Just yesterday, you had all the energy you needed. You loved dressing up, going out, and feeling like yourself. But now, you have to force yourself out of bed. Your phone rings, and somehow, even that annoys you. You love your people, but some days you just want everyone to leave you alone. A few gray hairs pop up. Your knees start hurting. Your clothes fit differently. Your desire feels lower than before. And somebody has the nerve to call you, ma'am. Now you're standing there thinking, wait, what is happening to me? Ladies, let's talk. You are not crazy, you are not lazy, and you are not fading. Today, we are talking about how to rebuild your confidence through perimenopause. We are talking about how to work your way through the maze of self-doubt, body changes, insecurity, low desire, and that painful feeling of, I don't recognize myself anymore. Perimenopause may be part of the reason you feel this way, but it does not get the final say. There are simple steps you can start taking to stop using these changes against yourself and start finding your way back to you. Here is what makes this stage so hard. It's not only the low desire, it's not only the tiredness, the weight gain, or the gray hair. It is what those changes start making you believe about yourself. You see the gray hair and think, I'm getting old. You gain a few pounds and think, I'm letting myself go. You don't feel like being touched and think, something is wrong with me. You don't want to go out and think, I'm boring now. You feel irritated when your phone rings and think, I'm becoming a bad person. But pause. No judgment. Because we tend to be hardest on ourselves, and more often than not, we settle inside the most negative things we feel about ourselves. So before you believe every harsh thought, ask yourself this. If my best friend was feeling this way, what would I tell her? If my daughter was feeling this way, what would I tell her? If my sister was looking in the mirror and feeling like she was fading, what would I say to her? Would I tell her she's old? Would I tell her she let herself go? Would I tell her she's not attractive anymore? Would I tell her she's failing as a woman? No. You would probably say, your body is changing, but you are still beautiful. You are allowed to need more rest. You are allowed to have different needs now. You are not broken. You are still you. So tonight, I want you to try something. Look in the mirror and say to yourself what you would say to her. And I know you may not believe it at first. That's okay. We are not trying to force confidence overnight. We are taking the first step. Because when you understand that some of what you are feeling may be biological, you can start giving yourself more grace, more space, more patience, more trial and error. Instead of attacking yourself for changing, you can start learning how to support yourself through the change. Because perimenopause does not only affect your period. It does not only affect your body. It can affect your mood, your patience, your desire, how you handle stress, and how you see yourself. Before, you could handle the noise. Work, family, errands, messages, responsibilities, everybody needing something from you, and still have enough energy to dress up and go somewhere. But now, one phone call can feel like too much. One bad night of sleep can make you feel like you cannot cope. One small comment can sit on your mind all day, and then you start judging yourself. Why am I so sensitive? Why am I so tired? Why don't I want to be around anyone? Why don't I feel attractive? Why don't I feel like me? But what if the problem is not that you are becoming weak? What if your nervous system is just more sensitive right now? What if your body is asking for a new level of care? What if this is not the end of you, but the beginning of learning yourself differently? Most of us never pictured this stage. When you were a child, you couldn't wait to be a teenager. You pictured yourself going out, having friends, dressing up, and feeling grown. Then, when you became a teenager, or when you were in college, you started picturing the next stage. The job, the partner, the children, if that was part of your dream. The house, the car, the life you wanted. You may not have known every detail, but you had a picture in your mind. And whether everything happened exactly the way you planned or not, you were working towards something. But most of us never sat down and asked, what does getting older after 40 look like for me? What kind of woman do I want to become now? How do I want to dress? How do I want to love? How do I want to rest? How do I want to care for my body? How do I want to feel in this version of my life? And that is why this stage can feel so confusing. You are changing, but you never created a picture for this version of you. So that is what we are doing right now. We are creating the picture. We are not letting perimenopause or menopause decide who we become. We are becoming the older, wiser, more mature version of ourselves. Not the version society told us to fear, but the version we choose to build. Let's talk about the gray hair for a second. For some women, that first gray hair feels personal. You see it, and suddenly it feels like a message, like your youth is leaving. Like your beauty is changing, like the world is starting to see you differently. But gray hair does not mean you are finished. It does not mean you are old. It does not mean you have to stop styling yourself. It is a biological change. That is it. If you want to wear your gray hair proudly, wear it. Style it, shape it, moisturize it, make it look intentional. And if you want to dye it, dye it. Coloring your hair does not mean you are running from age. It means you like your hair a certain way. That is personal preference. Just like wearing makeup, just like wearing perfume, just like choosing a dress that makes you feel good. You are allowed to choose how you present yourself without turning it into a battle with aging. And the body? Maybe your clothes fit differently. Maybe your belly is changing. Maybe your knees hurt. Maybe you feel stiff when you get up. Maybe you do not have the same energy you had before. And yes, that can be frustrating. It can make you feel like your body betrayed you. But your body is not your enemy. Your body is communicating. It may be asking for different food, more movement, better sleep, less stress, more support, more patience, and maybe a bigger size in jeans, without making it a whole emotional crisis. Because sometimes confidence is not about forcing your old body back. Sometimes confidence is about learning how to dress, care for, and respect the body you have now. Buy the size that fits, wear the outfit, style your hair, put on the earrings, go to lunch, take the picture. You do not have to wait until you lose weight, fix everything, or feel 30 again before you allow yourself to be seen. And let's talk about wanting to be left alone. This one can come with guilt. You love your family, you love your friends, you love your partner. But some days, every message feels like pressure. Every request feels like noise. Every conversation feels like work. And then you feel bad. You think, what is wrong with me? Why am I annoyed by people I love? But sometimes it is not that you stopped loving them. Sometimes you are overstimulated. Sometimes you are tired from carrying too much. Sometimes your emotional battery is low. And when your battery is low, even love can feel loud. So instead of telling yourself, I'm a terrible person, try saying, I need quiet, I need space, I need a moment to come back to myself. That is not selfish. That is self-awareness. Self-doubt usually starts quietly. You stop dressing up because you don't feel like yourself. Then you stop going out. Then you stop taking pictures. Then you stop speaking up. Then you stop trying. And slowly, your world gets smaller. Not because you wanted it to, but because you started believing the changes meant you were no longer attractive, no longer interesting, no longer confident, no longer you. That is the maze of self-doubt. And the way out is not a dramatic makeover. It is small choices that remind you who you are. Here are 5 steps to start finding your way back. Step 1. Separate the change from the story. The change is, I have gray hair. The story is, I am old. The change is, I gained weight. The story is, I let myself go. The change is, I need more rest. The story is, I am lazy. Do you see the difference? One is a fact, the other is a judgment, and most of the pain comes from the judgment. So when something changes, ask yourself, what happened? And what story am I telling myself about it? Step 2. Keep showing up for yourself. Do not abandon yourself because your body is changing. Still style your hair. Still put on the lip gloss. Still wear clothes that make you feel good. Still take care of your skin. Still go out sometimes, even if you go home earlier than before. Take care of yourself like someone worth taking care of. Because you are. Step 3. Create a new version of confidence. Confidence at 30 may have been high heels, late nights, and saying yes to everything. But confidence after 40 may look different. It may look like saying no without guilt. It may look like choosing peace. It may look like wearing what fits. It may look like resting before you crash. It may look like saying, "This is what I need now." That is still confidence. It is just quieter, wiser, more honest. Step 4. Move your body with kindness, not because you hate your body, not because you are trying to punish your belly, but because your body needs circulation and care. A 10-minute walk counts. Stretching counts. Dancing in your room counts. Light strength training counts. You are not chasing youth. You are supporting the woman you are now. Step 5. Talk to yourself like you are on your own side. When you catch yourself saying, "I look old, I'm getting fat, I'm not fun anymore, I'm not myself," pause. Try this instead. "My body is changing, but I am still worthy. My hair is changing, but I still get to feel beautiful. My energy is changing. So I will respect my limits. I am still here." Here is your action step for tonight. Choose one thing you have been using against yourself. Maybe it is your weight, maybe it is your energy, maybe it is your gray hair, maybe it is your low desire. Maybe it is the fact that you don't feel social right now. Write it down. Then write beside it, "This is a change. It is not the whole story of who I am." Because that is where confidence starts coming back. Not by pretending nothing is changing, but by refusing to let the changes define your entire identity. If you feel like you do not recognize yourself anymore, hear this clearly. You are not fading. You are not finished. You are not less of a woman. You are in a transition, and the goal is not to hate the woman you are becoming. The goal is to meet her, to care for her, to understand her, and to help her feel safe in her own life again. You are still here. You are still valuable. And you are still worth showing up for. If this video made you feel seen, please hit like so more women going through this can find it. And comment, "Still here." If you are learning to stop using these changes Subscribe against yourself. to Glow. After 35, for more honest conversations about perimenopause, confidence, body changes, intimacy, energy, and finding yourself again. I will see you in the next video. This video is for education and support only. It is not medical advice. If mood changes, anxiety, sleep problems, low desire, or pain are affecting your daily life, please speak with your doctor or a qualified health professional. Take care of you.